Alright. Looks like we're back in running here. Alrighty, well, welcome back. We are back again with some more Pokemon Run&Bun. World's hardest Nuzlocke challenge. It's been a little bit since because of Thanksgiving, but we're back for another, hopefully, quick stream. We are currently still in our way through getting through Team Magma Hideout, dealing with a lot of the risky fights in this game, which we have one of the most infamous ones coming up after this fight here, which I do have a bit of a plan for, but it is still, I can find like a completely riskless line for it, but I think I have something close enough, barring insane unluck. But yeah, I think, yeah, if we could get at least through 2 or 3 fights in this stream, I would feel really good about that, just to get some more progress going. But yeah, I already have the first fight planned out. It is a double battle. And I'm pretty sure it's completely riskless from what I planned. So this first fight shouldn't be a huge problem. It's the one after that's gonna be pretty scary, so let me go ahead and head on over there. We can at least get this first fight. So we're going down this way. I think we just beat that guy. So next fight is up here, yeah. Alright, so let me save. And just triple check all my calcs one more time, just make sure I'm not doing anything off here. Let's see. Alright, I think this plan should be good. Let's see. Almost in the first slot. Sneasler in the second. We got all these guys here. Pre-damaged. Alright, so we should be good. Let's go ahead and start this first fight here. Alright, 2 Magma Grunts in a double battle. Alright, and not only is it a double battle, but it's also in permanent sun because of the drought from the Ninetales. So, basically, my plan for this fight is my Sneasler is going to go beast mode on everybody while I bait KOs from my other side. So right now, Almost Star is pre-damaged, so that it sees that it's dead to both sides. And this allows me to use Protect to bait those 2 moves. And even though Executor has Chlorophyll doubling its speed, my Sneasler still outspeeds And I can one-shot with a Life Orb boosted Poison Jab. So, Executor will get KO'd, and Omastar will bait the attack from Ninetales. Alright, so Executor goes down. Take a bit of Life Orb chip. And we should see Scorching Sands. Perfect. Alright, so now next thing that should come in is the Arcanine. Perfect. Because Arcanine sees a slow KO into my Sneasler with Flare Blitz. But it also sees a fast KO into my Omastar with Close Combat. Which means it'll always attack my Omastar and not my Sneasler. Because the AI wants to go for fast KOs over slow KOs. And Ninetales is the same thing. So, again, both sides are only going to attack my Omastar. So what this allows me to do is I can swap both attacks into my Golisopod, which will trigger the emergency exit. So I'm going to swap to him. And then as I do that, Close Combat doesn't quite KO this Arcanine in one hit. And it's also holding an Iapapa Berry. So I'm going to go for Knockoff first to deal some damage while also knocking off the berry. So we should see Knockoff here. And then Scorching Sands, perfect. And then we should see Close Combat. I held the, Rossberry for burn, just in case. And then this should always proc emergency exit. Perfect. And now this allows me to go back into my Omastar again, resetting the Protect pivot. Alright, so since I brought Omastar back out again, he's able to use Protect for another turn. So again, I could Protect from any attack, while I use Poison Jab to now take out the Arcanine. Alright. So now, again, Scorching Sands, we Protect. And the last mon on the left side is a Jump Bluff. Alright, so now again, same thing. Both Ninetales and Jump Bluff see a fast KO into my Omastar with both Scorching Sands and Solar Beam. So to take those two moves, I'm going to swap to my Dragonite, which is immune to Scorching Sands and takes very little damage from the Solar Beam. And as I make that switch, the Jump Bluff is holding a Focus Sash. So I'm going to bring it down to 1 HP with Poison Jab. It has Leaf Guard, so if it can't get poisoned, so I don't have to worry about that. So Poison Jab will bring it down to 1, and Dragonite will take both incoming attacks. So there's a Focus Sash. We will see Scorching Sands and a Solar Beam. Perfect. Alright, so now, with my Dragonite out, Ninetales now sees that it can slow KO my Sneasler with either Heat Wave or Flamethrower. So I need to switch my Sneasler out. And the jump lift is also faster, but I can now KO jump lift with extreme speed, taking it out. So on the 2 incoming fire type attacks, I'm going to swap to my Arcanine, which will take both moves very well. And if it is Heat Wave, then Dragonite is holding a Rossberry as well. So which is extreme speed takes out jump lift. Alright. And we'll see either Flamethrower or Heat Wave. Yeah, so Heat Wave. Again, perfectly fine. Alright, so after that damage, I believe... Let me see. The damage looked pretty low. Yeah, that was a lot lower damage on my Arcanine than I thought. Yeah, and the Calc Fire boosted in doubles Heat Wave should do at least 37. And I should have been at 217. Let me see. 217 plus min. I don't know. Yeah, because Scorching Sand should be minimum 180 plus minimum Heat Wave, which is 37. Yeah, so I was pre-damaged at the start of the fight, so I don't know why. I should be below 180 HP on my Arcanine. Yeah, because that's not good, because now it's Ninetales doesn't see a guaranteed KO with Scorching Sands into my Dragonite. Yeah, because now I was supposed to be able to bring in my Sneasler, but if it doesn't see the KO into my Arcanine, then it could possibly attack my Dragonite side. Yeah, I'm like right in the minimum. I mean, it should majority of the time still attack Arcanine with Scorching Sands. I don't know if it was like a spread bug or something, but yeah, because the plan from here was to swap Sneasler in safely, and then let Alakazam take the Scorching Sands, because it can take it pretty well. Yeah, because I need to do that in order to set up the next pivot chain here. I mean, if I'm worried about Dragonite potentially getting attacked with, it would be, at this point, only Flamethrower. I could swap to Olmastar. Then I don't really have a good. If I do Olmastar Alakazam, okay, no, I think I have it. So my Alakazam is faster. Oh, but double 2 Psychics is not a guaranteed KO. Because if I go Olmastar to bait Scorching Sands, I could potentially, depending on how much damage I do with Psychic, I can then swap in Sneasler for free. So I think that should be the play here. Since it could be a random move, Dragonites will only be taking Flamethrower. So I could swap to Olmastar to take that. Let me see. And I don't have to worry about going into lower than Scorching Sands range. So I could just, that would just be 118 minus actual Flamethrower is 49. That leave me at 69 HP. Oh, but then if I get burns, that might drop me too low. Oof, this is a little sticky. I mean, majority of the time, Ninetales should see the KO into Arcanine with Scorching Sands. So majority of the time, Sneasler should be safe. But I can't risk Sneasler getting swapped in on an attack. I think that's what I have to do here. Oh, man, this is so risky. I think I'm just gonna go for the switch here. Let's do this. So we'll go Olmastar, and we'll go Alakazam. And hopefully we'll see an attack into only Alakazam's side. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so that was expected. Alright, so now... Okay, so this is good. So now I can protect with Omastar on the incoming Scorching Sands, and then attack with Psychic to deal some damage to the Ninetales here. Alright, and then... Let's see... I should be able to now swap Omastar into Sneasler. And then be able to KO the Ninetales with Psychic from Alakazam from here. Okay, perfect. Whew, okay. Alright. Line intact. It's... Yeah, that was very weird. I have no idea why Arcanine didn't take that much damage there. Alright, but now we're perfectly fine. Because from here we can just sweep the rest of the team. So this Donphan has Sturdy with a Custap Berry. But both Sneasler and Alakazam outspeed, which lets me to, since Sneasler is faster, I can knock off the Custap Berry, so it can't be procced while also breaking Sturdy, and then Psychic will go for the KO after. Alright, so Psychic will kill. Perfect. Donphan goes down. And then this just leaves a Milk Tank, which just gets one shot by close combat. Whew, okay. It's... Alright, a little scary there. Again, I don't know why that damage calc was... I didn't take as much damage with the Arcanine there with Heat Wave, but... I mean, we played our outs, so... we made it through. However, the next fight here is a lot more scarier than that one. That first fight should have been completely riskless. I was pretty sure I triple-checked all my calcs, but... I don't know. Maybe there's a bug I wasn't aware of with the spread. Alright, so let's go back and save. Alright, so... let's see, for the next fight here... let me pull it up here. We got this fight, which is a very notoriously challenging fight in the midst of all the ones we have here. I think I have a good game plan for it, but wasn't able to find a completely riskless line. But we should, majority of the time, be alright. If things go south, I do have a planned sack, which is not going to be super consequential. So, let me just take a look here. So for this I need my Copperajah, I need Golisopod, I need Roserade. I need... Blaziken. I need Hydreigon and... Nidoqueen. And then I do need a... I do have to do a double swap with Felicipod here, so I need to make sure I'm at the right HP ranges. So let's see. I'm gonna need to bust out Desmos for this. It's funnily enough. So I need, for the first hit, at minimum I would be taking um 28 damage. From the Earthquake or Muddy Water. So times 6. So so to start off, I need X minus 28 to be less than 111 HP. The maximum amount of potential damage would be a max roll crit Muddy Water, which would be 56. So then I need X minus 56. Oh, that'd be the same amount as I would heal back from a citrus berry. So I think that's actually pretty good. So then now for the second hit, I'd be potentially taking at minimum a anchor shot from Dhelmise. Which is at minimum 30. So I would be at minimum it'd be x minus 28 plus 56 from citrus minus 30 from minimum potential anchor shot damage needs to be less than 112. Okay, so alright, so I think we got a good range here. So it looks like for this to work for Galissapod, I just need to be anywhere in between 111 and 114 HP. So say if I was 113, what's a max roll Phantom Force crit deal? Max roll Phantom Force crit could potentially KO. That would be a problem. But I could pre-damage to make it a 50-50 between either Phantom Force or Anchor Shot, so it should be fine. Alright, so I think 113 HP should be good. In this case. So we'll go with that. That should allow us to get our double proc with a Citrus Berry and Galissapod. That allows us to bring in Blaziken without getting hit, which allows us to bait Slowbro before Electrode. So Electrode could be baited in last. Okay. Let's go ahead and set that up here. This will probably be my last fight for today, because this fight is very scary. If we could get past this fight, probably even with one sack, I'd be very happy. Alright, so we need Hydreigon. We need Roserade. We need Copperajah coming out of the box for the first time. I don't know the first time. First time in a while. And then we need Blaziken. Also first time in a while. And then we need Nido Queen. This fight relies on some underused mons in my box. Alright, so let me see. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. So let's get items here. So we need a Frostberry or a Copper Raja. We need Persim for Roserade. Citrus for Felicipod. Persim for... Oh, no, not Persim. Persim for Nido Queen. But we need... let's see. We need black glasses for Hydreigon. And then we need charcoal for Blaziken. Let's see, where do we have that here? There we go. And Jerry Tommy, what's up, bro? Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're having a good day today. Happy end of November. Alright, let's see. Let me just triple check. Oh yeah, so I need... for HP. I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, I'm about to do a very scary fight right now, but appreciate the good blessings. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Appreciate you just dropping in for a little bit. Okay, so we need Felicipod at, let me triple check. At 113 HP. me just triple check that all those numbers are correct here. Minimum. That's 56. Minimum anchor shot is 30. So this should all work. And then I need, let's see, Rosa rate pre-damage to 139. That way it's a 50-50 between Phantom Shot or Phantom Force or Anchor Shot on Rosa Raid. And that would also never bait Electrode. Alright, and then Charcoal, Boosted Overheat, One Shot, Stelmize. This'll bait. Always Psychic from Slowbro. So we take that out with Hydreigon, leaving Electrode last so it can't explode. And then hopefully we take it out. Alright. I think this is all good. Triple check the line one more time. Alright, yeah, I think this is as good as at least I was able to come up with. But this isn't quite riskless, but it's as riskless as I'm willing to get. That also incorporates at least one sack. And even if that does happen, I'm perfectly fine with that happening. But majority of the time, we should be able to come out of this completely deathless. So, all right. Why don't we go ahead and see if we can come out of this fight victorious. Through here. We just beat these two, so now it's this guy. So let's save. Alright, and let's triple check I have everything set up correctly here. So Bossberry, Paparaja, Citrus, 113 HP, Gliscopod, Persim, 139, Roserade, and then Charcoal, Blaziken, Black Glasses, Persim Berry. Alright, this should work. But this is still a very scary fight, so... Hopefully, all things considered, we should be able to come out alright. Alright. Going to do this. Alright, Team Magma Grunt. This is Grunt number 8, considered one of the hardest Grunt battles in the Hideout. At least before the Hell Room. So he leads a Super Luck Togekiss with a Scope Lens, increasing chances to crit, given an almost a guaranteed crit chance. But right now it sees its highest damage with Flamethrower and sometimes Aura Sphere, either of which I'll always survive a maximum crit. If it is Flamethrower, I'm also holding a Raspberry in case of burn. And Heavy Slam with my Copperage will always one-shot after taking an attack. And so there's Flamethrower. Yep, there's a crit. Like I said, we would always live. And this will always one-shot. So Togekiss goes down. This always brings in Seismitoad. And this Seismitoad has both Stealth Rocks and is holding a Bright Powder. However, it can't use Stealth Rocks on this turn because it sees a fast KO with either Earthquake and potentially Muddy Water. So it has to attack. So I'm going to swap to my Golisopod to take either attack and proc an emergency exit. Right, so there's Muddy Water. We'll go below half. Citrus Berry will raise us above half, allowing us another emergency exit later, and then we swap out. This allows us to go to Roserade without getting hit. And so Stealth Rocks are not up. And to counter the Bright Powder, I can just one-shot with Magical Leaf, which is a guaranteed accurate move. Alright, and then at this HP, this should always be bringing in Delmise next. Perfect. Hey. Sorry about that. One of the kitties was trying to get out. Alright, so Delmise here sees a potential KO with either Phantom Force or Anchor Shot. Either of which I can swap back to my Golisopod. Since I used the Citrus Berry and brought it above half health, in this game that allows me a second emergency exit. Ideally, I'd rather go for Anchor Shot here over Phantom Force. So let's hopefully we see that here. Alright, so there's Phantom Force. This will still proc emergency exit. We can just go for a Sucker Punch. Alright, so Phantom Force. We get a second emergency exit, allowing us to go to our Blaziken. And with a Charcoal, Blaziken can one-shot the Delmise with Overheat. Perfect. Alright, so everything's going very well so far. This should always be bringing in Slowbro next. Perfect. Alright, so Slowbro here has Calm Mind, but it can't use it because it sees a KO with always Psychic. So it always has to go for Psychic here. This allows us to perfectly swap into our Hydreigon, who will be immune to the incoming Psychic. Perfect. And then with the Black Glasses, Hydreigon can outspeed and one-shot the Slowbro here with Dark Pulse. Alright, so all of that was the prelude for the true demon of this team, which is this freaking Electrode here, which has Explosion, but because we baited it in last, it can't use Explosion. But it also is holding a Bright Powder, making your moves 10% less accurate, and it has the move Swagger, which will confuse you while raising your attack 2 stages. And then on top of that has Foul Play. So if the Swagger boosts your attack, that increases the amount of damage that Foul Play will do to you. And it also has Thunderbolt with Static that can potentially paralyze you. It's very hard to come up with a safe way to deal with this Electrode. So here's what I'm going to do. Right now, Electrode on my Hydreigon has to either go for Thunderbolt or Swagger. So I'm gonna Draco Meteor can potentially hit and potentially one-shot this Electrode. So because I have a free turn to attack, I'm just gonna see what it does on the first turn here while I drop a Draco. Alright, so there's a Swagger. So we have a 50-50 of being able to hit this turn. My Hydreigon. Ooh! There we go. And you hit. Let's see KO. Oh, so close. Alright. Yeah, so now, I'm so confused. But because of the plus attack, Electrode's highest damaging move now is Foul Play. So it can't go for Swagger again since I'm already confused. So I'm gonna swap to my Nidoqueen on the incoming Foul Play. Yep, there we go. Alright, so now, my Nidoqueen is holding a Person Berry, so if it does go for Swagger, it will raise my, it'll raise my attack, but then I can heal from the confusion. So I just need to be able to hit through the 10% chance to miss with the Bright Powder. If I could just do that one more time, then we're smooth sailing. So come on, Nidoqueen, you got this. Alright, so another Foul Play. Oh, Poison Point. Oh! I planned for that too. Oh! Let's go! Woo! So that was actually perfect. If my Earthquake had missed there, I think the Poison proc would have also KO'd the Electrode there. Alright. Came out deathless. We will take that for sure. Alright. Really, really nice. Very, very glad to get past that fight. Alright, so let's go and head on out of here. Alright, and that's gonna be the last one for today. I don't have a whole lot of time to stream today, but getting those 2 fights done, getting some progress, I am still definitely happy with, so... yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up there. But I appreciate everyone who tuned in to watch. Hope everyone has a great rest of their day. And I'll see everyone in my next stream.